CLTFC Fan TV for the fans, by the fans, damn it. Mitchie had a good time with Bogert last night. Maybe too good of a time. How's that feel?
One big piece of things today that's missing, I think, is our girl Heidi. First and foremost, shout out to Heidi, the matriarch of certainly South Mountain Crown, but in my opinion, Charlotte FC.
Yes,
so had a nice moment in the stadium for her.
That's right.
Picture up there, which is the least we can do.
Great picture.
I think she had a little something to do with the 2-0 win today, right?
Of course she did.
She's enjoying that.
Just hear her.
Yeah. No, she didn't fall over any stairs. No helmet required.
Bronico. That man.
Come in on this. I want to come on this because I was the one saying bring Bronico into the game as a starter. The mayor, we needed it, and he brought it.
Bear.
Want a push-up? And what you really think about the game? You think the game was a good game, like first half?
Here for the fans, by the fans.
I don't know it.
Finish it off.
I don't know it.
Damn it!
Damn it!
We have the best player, which is Kervin Vargas. We have Grayson Kalina. Everything's okay with that. Everything's gonna be so great. So, Charlotte FC, let's go. 3 points. Philadelphia, we're coming to you. End of the match.
Privet.
I respect
Privet. That name never gets called.
Hey,
American muscle, baby. Cut this right here, JT. We're cutting it.
So we had to stop it at 13.
And it's the 13 because Taylor stopped it at 13.
All right, well.
Yeah.
Yeah, kill the. Yeah.
Kill the women?
No.
It
I did not say that.
What's going on? You know what's going down? You know what's going down? All right.
Yeah. We know it's, oh man, I got minty all. We know what's going down. Man, I know we were on spring break last week, but welcome to CLTFC Fan TV for the fans, by the fans.
Damn it.
Damn it.
Damn it.
We have Matt Chantry on tonight, as we have in the past.
Just Matt Chantry, the real Matt Chantry.
Yeah, the real Matt.
Those are the fake ones out there.
Well, I was going to ask who's the fake
Lots of
one.
impersonators.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. I've seen them riding around.
Hey, out the gate, because I was getting ready for the show, and I was like, I wonder if anyone ever wears a scarf backwards. And since y'all are proper English gentlemen, ever see a scarf going this way?
Yeah. What's the guy?
In certain situations, I feel like.
Really? You'd wear it backwards. I'm not talking about a wrap.
I feel like it's for like
I'm talking about straight backwards. I'm talking about
like a gent or something.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun to wear it like this to a game and then like pin it in the back and have it like a
Not Saturday, but it's going to be 89 degrees out. It won't be.
Is it supposed to be 89 on Saturday?
You have a sweaty neck.
I swear to God, man, that is not an April Fool's joke, man. Look it up. It's 89 degrees Saturday.
What?
And we got a 2:30 kickoff. God almighty, it's gonna be hot.
Well, 2:30 is better than a kickoff.
7:30 when the sun goes down, and it's not so bad.
2:30 and the pollen count will probably be stupidly high as well. Unlike the summer where it's just like 90 degrees and no pollen.
Yeah,
this
well,
will be
grass though, so
the perfect storm of pollen and heat.
That's it. I'm not crying, you're crying. It's gonna be a mess. It's gonna be a mess. Hey, what's up, Yeti Clan? Appreciate you, man.
All day.
Yeah, man. So no, spring break last week. For us at least. Kids as these kids get older, man, they get harder to take care of.
I don't find that to be true.
Really? Seems like my kids always have going on.
All I know is, how sad is it we start off the show talking about kids? All I know is I'm not changing diapers. And when I tell them something, even if they don't do it, they can understand what I'm telling them.
That's right. But it's if they listen or not. Anyways.
That's what I said.
You get the kids, right? Happy birthday to Captain Westy. Geez, that was hard to say. I guess he's 21 today? Maybe. We don't know.
Why would you make a joke about a man's age?
I don't just know his age. What's he like, 34, 35 now?
Still, I mean, he doesn't care.
Who doesn't care? He's not
Wesley doesn't care if he's 34. Jeez. You don't have to.
Yes, man, he does, because career comes to an end once you get older in soccer, right?
Yes, everyone's career comes
to an end. He's 35 as of today.
There we go.
Born in 1990. Just about 90s.
Talking about Westy, then, what do you think of his performance last Saturday?
He was, I'm sure we'll get into the team and performance as a whole. He didn't have the greatest performance on Saturday, but that was in line with the rest of the team as well. He wasn't awful, but it wasn't his best performance either. And I think he'd probably be the first person to acknowledge that.
Yeah, man. So, for real. Let's talk about the game. What a game it was to watch.
Do we want to?
Well, I feel like we kind of have to.
I got it right on my little description underneath my name.
What's that?
It says up, first game, or at least second last game, and then down.
Yeah, maybe it was your fault, JT, that we lost, man, since you weren't available for the fan reactions after the big win.
Yeah, I'll take that. Hey, I'll take that. I'll take that all day. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Sure.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
So apparently you can yell all you want to, JT, that his wife's asleep and he's got his earbuds in. So don't encourage him. That's for sure, Coach. But yeah.
Come on, Coach.
So this weekend, man, we lost 2-0. First half, I figured it was just going to be like a typical Charlotte, right? We come out flat, poor passing, yada, yada, yada. And then we'll come out the second half and step it up a notch. But that wasn't the case. Let's hear what you guys have to say. What do you have to say, Matt?
The first half was kind of even, not particularly thrilling for sure, but it was like we didn't do anything particularly bad defensively, didn't do anything particularly good going forward. It was kind of a boring first half. I think it would be the way a lot of people describe it, but we weren't. I didn't feel like concerned that Colorado were going to score at any point. And we actually came out at the start of the second half and looked okay, I thought, for a little bit, and weren't terrible. And then and I'm going to talk about this in a bit, but from like minute 65, 66, for that like 20-minute period, we were absolutely terrible. Like that was maybe the worst 20 minutes I've seen Charlotte FC do in a long time. We just couldn't string two passes together. Like everything that could go wrong in that 20-minute period could go. And I look at like game momentum charts a lot, and it was all red. It was all Colorado Rapids that whole time. We couldn't. Every time they like missed a chance or something, we gave the ball right back to them over and over and over again.
I'm telling you, and I can't remember. Alan just said it, but yeah, I mean, I don't know if you've ever been out to Colorado. You know, I mean, it's for real. That is not an easy thing. And besides maybe NBA players, somebody running around all the time.
It is. But Portland went there and won. Was it 3-0 the other week? Like that, teams can go there and win. They aren't. It does. Does it negatively affect teams? Yes, absolutely, it does. But I don't think it should have negatively affected us to the extent that it did. Like there was, it wasn't like stamina. It was just like it was focus for a long period of time. They've just.
I mean, to that point, right? Focus. I mean, even in the first half, there was some terrible sloppy passes. It was like, it's like they couldn't even make a simple pass, right? It was going out, intercepted, whatever, and then it was to the point where they were just trying to force stuff, and it was like, yo, like, what are you doing here? What are you doing? So it was just amazing to me that we couldn't even make a simple pass, really. But I don't know, man. It
was like everything good that we had going forward from the San Jose game, and also we got a little bit of luck in the San Jose game as well. I think it was like all of that was reversed in one game. Like we just
expectations too high. You think?
Maybe a little bit. Maybe I think we got a little bit too big for our britches, to use a phrase, a little bit. However, we were like that. It was also just bad. Like we aren't as good as we thought we were. We also aren't as bad as we played on Saturday. Like the truth is somewhere between the two.
I got the interpretation for Matt's big for our britches. I think the kids today would say we were feeling ourselves.
Yes, glazing.
I'm not agreeing with that. I don't know what that means. I'm just saying. You're getting beyond me, Matt. I can't go past that.
I don't know. Maybe it was because Privet didn't start and we missed Privet.
That's my point. I'm glad.
That's one bit I will push back on.
I'm telling you, Privet he's the keystone. He's the cornerstone. He's he's just holding it all together in a weird way, but he's so great. And we love Privet, and he wasn't there. And guess what happened?
Yeah, if it's because of Privet, then it's purely he must be like a good luck charm, because defense, like the actual defense itself, take out Melander's like penalty apart. The defense itself, I don't think was that bad. It was just that we couldn't keep the ball, and it was just coming back at us over and over and over again for that like 20-minute period. The defense didn't get any respite. They were facing like relentless attacks. I don't remember Ream making any particularly big mistakes, and Melander neither, other than the penalty, obviously. Yeah. Byrne was a bit at fault for the first goal. I didn't think he did a good job of stopping the cross, and Dino is big on stopping the cross coming in. I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't happy about that. Dumbier, I thought, was decent. Maybe not as good as he was last game, but he was decent. But I don't think Privet would have made any difference in that game. Like if it had been Privet,
get out of here! Get out of here!
It would have been exactly the same.
I will say, I think our defense was probably the better part of the team. I mean, they hung in there as long as they could, right? Like you mentioned, Matt, it was just like wave after wave of just attack, right? And it's like once it went to midfield or where up top, that was it. It just got lost.
The goal was coming. Like there was a good like 5 or 10 minute period before that when the defenders were throwing themselves in front of shots. Yeah. There must have been 5 or 6 shots where people were blocking it just by like it was like Saving Private Ryan out there a little bit at times. Like they were just doing anything to stop it. I
feel like we're allowing more shots on goal than we were like last year, right? And I think Top Bin and them touched on this last night where they mentioned, maybe it's because of the new formation that we're doing, right? Instead of the 4-3-3, we're sort of doing that 4-2-3-1 or whatever the hell it is, right? And and I mean, I don't know. Like somebody commented, it was nothing changed. Yeah, Brian commented on this right here, right? Nothing changed really from the San Jose game. We just scored last week compared to what they did to us this week.
The XG, and I mentioned this before. XG is a complicated stat, and people agree with it, and people don't agree with it. But for what it's worth, the XG that San Jose got was pretty much the same as what Colorado got. So, like from a conceding chances point, it was kind of exactly the same. The difference is that our XG for Colorado was only half a goal, and we were like 3.5 at home to San Jose. So defensively, yeah, I agree. We were kind of similar. Going forward, we didn't really create much. Pat had that shot that Stefan made a very good save on. Give him credit for that. It was a great save, one-handed down low. But what else did we really create? Not much.
Didn't Dean say that, the chances that we had with the 4 versus 3 and just to know how to go and set it all up, but it just never came together. It's like we got it there to set up the play, 4 versus 3 and keeper, and it just never happened.
We just weren't linking passes together. Everyone was on different wavelengths. I don't know whether it's just one of those games which you get now and again, like that. It just doesn't.
I got one word for that. Privet. I don't know how it works. I don't know how it starts in the back end or whatever, but I'm just telling you, it's like if a butterfly flaps its wing in Japan, it can create like a hurricane on the other end of the country. I'm just telling you, Privet wasn't there. And that's all what happened.
To that point, right? I don't think the defenders really had much to blame for, right? I mean, like you said, it was just wave after wave, and at some point, you're just gonna give, right? And that's essentially what happened. I don't know, man. I mean, Maloney was lucky not to get a red too, right? I mean, he essentially did what Privet did. He just didn't get the call. He only got.
I wonder whether the referee had actually seen that stuff from the previous week, and whether he thought, I wouldn't have given Privet a red card.
Yeah.
And then Melander's one happened, and we were like, oh, it's exactly the same. I can give him a yellow card because that's what I think should have been given, because they were very similar.
Yeah. No, I thought it was
weirdly similar
there for a minute. So, it was just interesting to see how that played out. But I mean, again, right, there was no outlet, right? I mean, my frustration sometimes with Agyemang is that first touch, right? Unfortunately, his first touch isn't the best, and there's no hold up play, right? So it's like, is he our man going forward? I mean, I don't want to drag the guy or anything because I think he's talented. I just don't know if
Colorado also know how to play him. They played him the right way, whereas San Jose, not that he played against San Jose, but our style of play in that game, Cincinnati and Atlanta did not play him properly because they were playing too high a line. Colorado saw what Miami did when we couldn't score against them when they had 10 men. They operated a low block. Yeah. And they said, okay, try and score from a bit further out. You're not going to get in behind us. We are not going to allow that. And we didn't.
Well, the league's sort of catching on, right? On Agyemang, right? Like you said, right? They've sort of figured him out, and I mean, for him, he normally uses this speed and sort of size, but I think players are starting to, or defenders at least, are starting to figure out how to stop that from happening. And again, his first touch, if he could just work on his first touch, man, I think he would be a completely different player.
I know, but his size, that's always the thing with his first touch, is just to get.
You can get a good first touch.
He's so fast, he's so tall and long, and to get the ball in and then to turn and start getting going. That's the problem.
He's never going to be the most technical player, but Harlan's big and he's got a decent first touch. You can get a good first touch with size.
I mean, hold it up, right? I'm not asking you to do any tricks or anything. If you get your back towards the defender, just hold the ball so that way you can get some runners up there to help you and, again, give some relief to our defense. I mean, the fact that Bronico got taken off kind of shows you that, it was just a weird roundabout game, right?
That was actually, I wanted to make that point specifically because I chatted with this about a few people.
Mm-hmm.
Like the game momentum chart for the Colorado game, we weren't amazing, but we were like at least creating like it looks a little bit more dangerous going forward. It was Pat had that shot that was well saved by Stefan and other stuff. And then we subbed off Brandt and brought on Diani, and you can literally see the momentum swing from that very moment. We got massively worse after that. A lot of people that watch Brandt Bronico wonder what he does sometimes, and they're like, "Oh, you don't like. I don't see him doing anything. Like his passing isn't great, or whatever. Or he's not creating anything going forwards." And maybe that's true. But what Brandt's strength is in the stuff that you don't see.
Yeah.
Like a lot of other defensive midfielders you see throughout the world, where he's in the right place, always working hard, not letting teams get through the midfield in a particularly easy way. We took him off. And you saw exactly what the benefit of Brandt Bronico is, because we were very bad the 20 minutes after he was off.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I mean, did Dean make
He's the heart.
Yeah, he did. I don't criticize Dean all that often, but he absolutely made the wrong call there.
Yeah, I mean, I was surprised, really, to be honest with you, that he subbed so early. Normally, he doesn't. Was it like the 60th minute? I didn't know if maybe Bronico was gassed or, just trying to change up the shape or what. But like you said, Matt, once he went off, it sort of.
He's Brandt. He never gets gassed. He just keeps going.
Yeah.
He probably ran back to Charlotte after the game.
I don't know, though. I don't know. San Jose scored that goal, did his baby rock, pulled off his jersey, that's so funny. Like, for people who don't understand, you see someone pull it off, it's like, why is he wearing a sports bra? What is going on? They don't understand the track. When I first saw that, like the first season, I'm like, what's happening right now? What are they wearing? But yeah, to see him pull it off, he's got his sports bra, but then do the baby rock and all that stuff. And then that's what happened. He went back home, and because he'd done that first goal and already pulled that off, he had to get some sleep. And then the baby's up at 3:00 in the morning. He's got to get his workout, trying to take the oxygen for the high altitude and be the mayor and run around like he does. He was gassed. He couldn't do it.
Yeah. No, it was interesting to see, man. I just hated it. I mean, the first half was like, God, get some passes, just string some passes together, right? And then that second half, it just seemed to keep going downhill. I was a little disappointed to see Zaha sort of start kind of having that pouty look he had when like he was at Palace again, just sort of frustrated. And it's like, just stay in the game, right? That man's got to get used to MLS and the way the refs are, and the calls are definitely not going to go his way. I felt like he was trying to do too much sometimes too.
He definitely got a little bit over frustrated. I also don't feel like it particularly impacted the result.
No, the result. I'm just worried about future games.
Yeah.
For sure.
Future games or not impact the result. It impacted the fans, because if they knew him or don't know him or whatever, it reminded them of Capetti. The whole, just being
that, right?
And that's the thing.
It's like there is the Capetti.
I just heard that a lot.
Capetti went down without being fouled. Zaha gets fouled a lot of like legitimate fouls and goes down because he's being fouled. Enzo went down when someone like said the word foul around him. Like,
oh, damn.
Yeah. I mean, to me, it just, I just hope he can kind of keep his head, because that's it, right? Teams are now going to just try to frustrate him and take him out of the game, right? And right now, it's like got 3 or 4 defenders apparently, or what it looks like 3 or 4 players around him, right? Which is, in my opinion, has been great for Pep, right? I mean, it sort of opens that up.
That's why I want to see more of him, because he's drawing that attention and definitely getting 2 or 3 people on him. That means he's maybe not going to like impact the game from a like direct statistical point of view every single game. But if he lays the ball off at the right time and gets other people involved, and there's going to be more space. I do want him to be a little bit quicker releasing the ball sometimes is my main criticism.
Well, to that point, though, I feel like, everybody's not sort of on that same sort of page, right? Because he'll make those passes and it's like, damn it, you shouldn't have made that run. Or like, somebody pretends they're going to make that run and stops and looks for it short. But yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, obviously we want Charlotte to succeed and win it all, right? But, it's, Yeah, I think my problem is right. We've got all these expectations, especially after last year, and then adding some key players, right, and getting Pep back and Zaha in there.
They're doing so well at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, and it's raised my bar of expectations too for the team, and I need to realize that essentially this is a new front four, right? One player I am kind of disappointed in is that Abada seems to go missing. So when you want to touch on that?
Up and down.
He had 7 passes total while he was on the pitch this last weekend. 7. And Zaha had like 30 or 40, something like that. Zaha was getting like criticized after the game, and there was a lot of people online that weren't even mentioning Abada, which blew my mind. Like Abada was anonymous. Like Zaha was getting so much attention. Abada should have been able to utilize that and do more. It was like he wasn't there.
Yeah,
he's a DP as well. He needs to be more involved in games.
Wasn't that the criticism about him for the whole time? Either he shows up and he's badass, worthy of DP, or he is just not there.
Yeah, I mean, again, right, the guy that helps us with some of our graphics, is a big Celtic fan from Scotland. When we signed him, he was like, don't get too excited because he does tend to go missing. And last weekend was a prime example of that, So it's it is what it is, though, right?
We need to work out what motivates him and like getting motivated before games somehow. Is he like one of those people that's motivated by like getting a bit of a kick up the arse or something, or is he someone that needs to be like a hand over your shoulder kind of thing, and make him feel good about himself? Because it's his inconsistency and when he's not there, he's just not there.
Well, the question
it's not like he's doing anything wrong. It's just like he's not trying to get involved in the game.
He just sort of just stands on the sideline, right?
The question is, what would motivate him more, a kick up the ass or kick in the ass?
Maybe he's pissed off.
Hey, Gentry's talking about kicking people up the ass. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
Or a Bojangles.
I mean, a kick up the ass. Oh my gosh.
So, I mean, what would you have changed last week then? What, if anything, right after the first half, obviously, right? What would you have changed? Would you have dropped Pat and brought Aiden on, or what?
I would have brought on Toklamati for Abada, probably at halftime, and seen how that would have done. If that would, and I would definitely not have taken it. It's easy to criticize in hindsight. I thought the team that Dean put out, the starting lineup, I didn't have any criticisms for that at the time, so I'm not going to say, "Oh yeah, I saw it coming," because I thought it was a good lineup at the time. I do think that he should have taken off Abada and brought on Toklamati at halftime, and he shouldn't have taken off Bronico.
Yeah, and I tell you, my new left back, I can't pronounce his name right. Is
Iman Dumia.
Yeah, that right is I thought he played really well, right? I mean, it's his second game. I believe it was Ramadan last week too, right? So he was probably fasting and all that fun stuff too. But he came out, and I thought he had a really good game. And if that's what to expect, for the rest of the season, I think we're good there on the left back. It sucks that Ream's going to get benched, but I mean, it is what it is.
I think he's going to play all 3 with them. I know you were trying to prod me there. I think the 3 Privet, Ream, and the Dumio are going to be swapped around.
Privet, I'm telling y'all.
Yeah, and for everybody that was out there blasting Burn, man, that man is an unsung hero too, man. He doesn't do a lot wrong. I mean, it just this weekend just happened to sort of highlight that.
Overwhelmed.
Yeah, I think Dino said about him before that hey, he's like a guaranteed 7 out of 10. Every week, which he is usually. I probably wouldn't give him 7 out of 10 for this last week, but 9 times out of 10, he is that.
Yeah. No, he's no. Yeah, I mean, he's. I thought he did pretty well, other than maybe 1 or 2 plays there, but overall, I thought he did all right. So
he's like the opposite of Abada. He's usually just Mr. Consistency.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yep.
Burn, Chantry. Don't be scared to tell it like it is.
Yeah. There we go, man. Says it all right there. But yeah, no, there was a lot of people on the socials that were just dragging Burn. I was like, man, do y'all watch the same games I watch every week? Because like this is probably the worst game the man's had in like 2 seasons. You know,
the last thing I remember him doing was that penalty gave away to Nashville like a year and a half ago.
His fault.
Which is forever ago. Like if you're doing one mistake every year and a half, you're doing something right as a defender.
I disagree. I disagree. That was not his fault. He just happened to be. Nobody was there back to help him. Like he had to cover all that. Oh man, the man's fast, right? So, So I don't know, man. It was a disappointing game to watch. You know, I'm sure Dino's cussed and screamed at him, right? Like he did the old Colorado coach there at the end, right? But
I was gonna bring that up at some point.
What's that?
Him getting in the fight with the Colorado coach.
Oh yeah, we've got to talk about that. I feel like
the Colorado coach say, "Hey man, you take care of your shit. I'll take care of my shit. And if you start talking about my shit, taking care of my shit, there's going to be some shit."
Yeah, the fan base on social media prefers Lindsay because Lindsay's from here. I agree with that statement, man. But yeah, I mean, you know what? We're still 5th, I think, in the league, right? I mean, we're 6 games in now, 5-6 games, right? It's early days, right? And
we've got to work out how to play well away from home.
We're still undefeated at home.
But I think Vaughn said it yesterday when I was watching him over there on Top Gun, right? I mean, he said really all you need to win for a shot in a decent is 4 wins on the road, right? So out of 17 road games, you only really need to win 4 to really like be in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's definitely not like the Premier League. You don't need to go away from home and like Liverpool win probably 3 out of 4 away games. You don't need to do that in MLS. But I also think we need to improve our way. Like we've not been great in any of our 3 away games. At the moment, if we play like that away from home every game, I don't think we're going to win 4 away games.
But honestly, we've never been. Improve. We've just never been a road team though in existence, right? I mean, I think last year, when Dino first came in, we sort of won more away at the beginning of it than we did at home. And then that's
season we were okay. We got that DC game away at the end of the season and a couple of others. But we're probably like pretty average away from home as far as MLS goes because everyone in MLS has the same problem. You've got to travel across the country. Like it's a lot.
Yeah. No, I mean, right? At least we're at home this weekend, and typically we do well at home. So
we have 3 home games in April, right? I'm correct about that.
I don't know. I have to look at the schedule.
Yes. Nashville, San Diego, Anchorman's hometown, and New England.
I wish.
Number three. I'm excited about the giveaway this week because
it's about the giveaway. Go ahead.
Not our giveaway, the giveaway of the game, man.
Yeah, I'm with you.
It's some sort of goalie glove, like a foam goalie glove that
I don't think it's a legit goalie glove. I think it's just like a faux one.
Finger, yeah. Right.
Hold on 1 second. Are you shitting me, Chantry? Do you really think I thought it was like a Roosh or Sport or whatever the hell they're called, legit goalie glove? And the worst part about that would be you're only giving people one. I got a left. Who's got a right? I got a left. Who's got a right?
If you're a goalie with the one glove, you're just like, and it's your right hand, everyone's just going to shoot your left every time.
It's fun to see a giveaway that's directly related to the keeper, goalie, aka.
So, man, like the last giveaway, they gave away that hat, right? And like they were, apparently it was a cluster, and like the folks that did the march, they were all gone, right? So I know there was rumors apparently that if you're in a supporters group, that they should be giving you some, but I haven't heard anything about that.
One way to find out.
Crickets, I tell you. But yeah,
coming to you on Saturday. The game's at 2:30.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, shit, that's so bad. I knew there was a game on Saturday, and I didn't know it was this early. Oh man, the wife.
It's also a supporters belt game, and Jay Lansgrana will punch me if I don't mention it because he loves that damn belt so much.
So what does it mean?
It's part of the series for DC, Atlanta, and Nashville in the season thing. We can get that again. So at the moment we're 100% because we beat Atlanta. The only game we've had.
please explain more. I kind of know what you're talking about. For those out there who don't, please explain more what the supporters bell is.
It's the wrestling type of belt thing. It's been at the tailgate a couple of times this year. I think that they're trying to get it into the stadium to have like players hold it at one point, because that's what Nashville did last year, and it's a fun thing. It's like obviously it's not as nearly as important as like MLS Cup or Supporters Shield or anything, but it's a fun supporters thing to do, like on the side kind of.
But we won it.
We won it last year.
Yeah, so it's
like
the trophy
league table. The belt. Yeah, mini league table between Nashville, Charlotte, Atlanta, and DC.
Okay.
People ask why DC are in it because they're not in the South, and why Orlando or Miami aren't in it because maybe Florida's the South. I don't pretend to know the ins and outs of why North American history on what is the South and what isn't. Don't want to get in any trouble with anybody, so I'm not gonna speak about that.
Hey, too late.
Hey, this is a valid point though. With the early games, the last early game of being against Atlanta, the crowd was a little lax, right, or low. I'm curious to see how that plays out this week as well, right? 2:30, I guess, is kickoff. That means probably about 2:48 when we really kick off.
When I really didn't realize it was that early, and that's what I said. You missed it. I was like, the wife's going to be pissed because I know one of the boys' soccer game. I was like, oh shit. Usually it's like, hey, from 4:30 on, I'm out. But damn, if it starts at 2:30. What
time's the tailgate start? 11?
10:30.
Yeah, it's always 4 hours before the.
Jeez.
There's mimosas at the start of this one because it's so early.
Yeah, we got the
brunch gate.
Yeah, who's gonna have the can't think of the name I was looking for. Who's gonna have the
old man.
It went right out of my head, man.
Old man. He started thinking about mimosa. He's like, what is a mimosa? He's like, oh yeah, I like orange juice. I like some vodka. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyways. But yeah, so I mean, to the end, to kind of close the chapter on last week's game, man. I really hope Pat can start working on that first touch. I hope Zaha doesn't. I hope Zaha doesn't get too frustrated and let it ruin his game just because he's not getting the calls he expects to get and the amount of chipping on his ankles and that sort of thing. Abada, please show up. Pep, keep doing what you're doing.
I think Toklamati stands a chance of starting this week, either on the wing or for Abada or centrally.
Yes.
We do look better going forward when he plays. I still like Pat, but I think there's a chance Toklamati starts in some form.
But like one of the goals last week, right? I mean, it looked like it was dead and over with. It was going out, and he got in there and he crossed it right across. I think it was the Westwood goal. Yeah. And it's just like that hustle, to me is worth its weight in gold, man. So, I mean, Ajuman did have like a Air Vargas shot, which is weird because now Vargas this year is definitely worm burning those kicks and shots at goal now, and they seem to be going in for him. So, but yeah, it's just, again, I just hope whatever sort of, it just feels like at the middle now is off, right? I mean, I don't think Westy had his best game either. But
the air. I don't want to make an excuse, but
Pep was okay. I thought Pep wasn't great. Wasn't terrible.
Better player of the season, man. And I'd even throw Bronico out there too, and of course Kalina, right? But yeah, I was West. Some people have been harping on Westy too this year, right? He just hadn't shown up like he did last year and all that kind of stuff. So, we'll see, man. I don't see much in regards to change. I mean, maybe Abada does get benched. I don't think Dino's going to bench him at home.
I don't think so either, but I feel like that conversation for Toklamati starting for someone is coming up rapidly on us. Like it's going to.
Well, see, I would have rather started him last week and get, Pat just came off the international tour and all that, right? And was coming back and getting with the team. I would have started him off first and then, brought Pat on later. But, what do I know? I'm just a basement bloke.
You're a Tottenham fan. You said nothing.
What do you know? You don't know anything that I definitely don't know anything.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get paid the big bucks to make those decisions,
Yeah.
About that pay grades.
Good.
Yeah, so let me escalate that. But yeah, no, I mean, again, I think, we need to I think we need a level set. We're at home, so hopefully we can shake that off. The only problem with playing at home and winning, though, is sometimes I feel like it hides some of the cracks and stuff that's going on within the team. But, a win sort of does take care of everything.
Depends on the performance as well as the result a little bit. Obviously, you want the win first and foremost, but if we can put together a win with a good performance, like the Cincinnati game, I thought if we can do something like that again, I'd be pretty pleased.
Yeah. Go ahead, JD. You was going to say something.
I was just going to say, that is kind of the weird irony, I guess, of losing the games on the road, but playing so well at the bank. You got to think we're like in the top 5, if not number 1, 2, or 3 of home atmospheres, especially when we're doing well. And we play really well at home and we won all the games at home. Is it like I don't want it to become a thing. It's like, all right, we do so great here that obviously we're not going to do as good here. It's like we can never play as good as we do at home. So when we're on the road, almost like a mental thing, Well,
that's what I was saying, right? I mean, we only need like 4 or 5 wins, according to Mr. Vaughn, on the road to be in the playoffs, as long as we.
So our best opportunity for that is coming up as well. Our next away game, so the game after Nashville, is away to Montreal, who look absolutely dog shit right now. They fired their manager. Like, they are not good.
Yeah, but what
Eastern time zones, there's no jet lag or anything.
No, please, Matt, can you just please repeat that phrase? I want to clip it later, but they look like absolute dog shit. Can you say it one more time?
They look like absolute dog shit. Do you want it in French?
Montreal looks like absolute dog.
Le chevet merde. I don't know what French is for dog shit.
But the new manager bounce, that sort of thing always helps, right?
I don't either.
I don't know. Montreal's there for the taking. I just think we just seem to struggle when we're on the road and especially up in Canada. Right?
That's why it's the test. Like if we look bad against Montreal, a team that we're better than on paper, then we need to start thinking about how we can strategically do differently away from home, because it isn't working. Because Montreal, they're just not good. We have to beat them.
Yeah, they're terrible. They're terrible. All right, so moving on to Nashville. It's I wouldn't say a must win, right? It's definitely would be nice to get that win and kind of get back in the mix of things, right? For a brief second there, we could have been first. Obviously, it's like it's Miami's to drop, right? I don't know, man. I just think I'm not going down that messy hole at all.
Yeah, what do you do? What do you do?
Wait, what was that?
What do you do?
Just not going down
Messi's
No, just stop. That's what I'm saying. Stop. Let's concentrate on Nashville.
I was concentrating on the league position and
I know, but like you said, do not go down that messy hole.
Yes.
If you see a messy hole, stay away from it.
Yeah. Well, Matt, I feel like you came with some stats or something you wanted to chat about tonight, man. Go ahead and load us up. It looks like you said there was a couple of times you're like, well, I was talking about that in a minute. I'll talk about that in a minute. So I wasn't sure if I brought up everything that you wanted to talk about.
No, we did. Bardra and Broderick were the 2 big ones I wanted to mention, which was worth it. But I think it is worth mentioning that for Nashville, they did lose at home to Cincinnati. They've had a good start, but they just lost at home to Cincinnati, a team that we beat. Although arguably we're a little bit unlucky against Cincinnati. It was a late penalty, and I think it looked like they maybe had a little bit better of things in the game. But so I put us as favorites this weekend, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's really weird, man. Like how the bookies know who's going to win. I don't, because when I was betting on Charlotte to win, I was like, it was. I don't know, man. I don't know how they do it. I guess it's that.
Don't get hooked, y'all. Don't get hooked on all the fan stuff and fan duels and DraftKings and all that stuff. Don't do it.
By the way,
you give me $5 and I'll give you 100 free bucks. I mean, come on, y'all. Don't do it. Y'all got to stay with the scratchers. Get on the scratchers.
I'm going to pull it up now, but I saw today that one of the betting services that you get, what was it? If you bet $5, they give you MLS season pass for free.
Oh yeah,
which I know some people who haven't got season pass because they haven't got season tickets might be interested in. I'm going to try and put it up.
Yeah, that's a good thing to push, I guess.
And then they'll be paying for
DraftKings.
Hey, yeah, and then they'll be paying for that 2025.
Just cancel your account.
Apple MLS subscription for the rest of their lives. When they're 50,000 in the hole, divorced, sitting on the street, asking if someone got a free ticket for the game 5 years from now, you better give them that free ticket, Matt Chantry.
My advice is do the $5 bet, then cancel your account real quick. If you think you're in any way an addictive personality.
It doesn't matter, man. They hook you.
That's it. But yeah, so what you got on your list, JT? I don't think we hit the list last week.
Yeah, because we weren't on last week.
That's funny. See what we did there?
Yeah, I saw what you did there. Just name a number. I don't have I got 18.
All right, 18.
All right, so how does it work with a coach getting a yellow card? And I know the idea was like Dino was like, if I'm going to get a yellow card, I need it for a better reason than this, than after the game talking shit to the other coach. So, but coaches can also aggregate them, and if he gets another yellow card within someone tell me about the yellow card.
I think it's the same rules as the other players, so that you get the same accumulation. You get suspended for a game, but suspended for a coach means that you watch the game from the stands versus on the sidelines. So in theory, you can still go down and do your team talk at halftime and before the game. You could still have a walkie-talkie and speak to someone down on the bench and stuff like that. Like, I don't know if that's allowed or not, but I'm sure there's ways around it. Like, it's not as bad for a coach to be suspended as it is for a player, but I guess it's slightly negative.
If he gets another yellow card within how many games?
I think it's a 5. Is it 5 yellows?
Yes, 5 yellows.
Yeah. So he's got a long way to go.
Man,
he'll be fine.
5 yellows across the season equals 1 red, JT.
That's some bullshit.
They reduced them as well. Remember, if you go 5 games without a yellow, then your count goes down by 1.
That
was how it was last year anyway. I should have the same this year.
Man.
Yeah, and money as well. That's true. Yes, that's very true. That's very true. It's not about money. So, but yeah, no, I mean, no, good for Dino.
I would have sworn at Chris Armas as well, to be honest. Then I would have taken the fine if I was Dino. Worth every penny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was being.
Oh, he gets fined as well?
Depends on the level of the thing that he does, I guess. Probably didn't get fined for this.
Good.
The intent.
If he had given Armas a slap,
it's like the intent on that bullshit red card for Privet. It's like Privet wasn't just trying to take him down. I mean, come on, man. Bring my boy back.
I don't know, man. It is what it is. We'll move on. We're moving on to Nashville, man. So what do we need to worry about for Nashville other than that we need 3 points?
I would say they've improved a lot this season. Like the old US manager or interim manager, BJ has solidified them after they looked shaky last year, and they look a bit better going forward than they did last year. So they're not the same Nashville as last season. They're not Miami by any means, but they're a harder team to play than they were last year.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, the whole league's getting harder, in my opinion, right? Especially the East. It's talk about new teams, man. How about us with San Diego coming up? They've came into the league with a big storm, right? All them fights and all that stuff going on.
What's going on? I don't know. Tell me.
Last week they played LA, right? And apparently it kicked off between the fans, from what I could tell on social. But yeah, it was. Some
guy got
maybe not nice.
What's it called when you punch someone without them realizing they're about to be punched?
Sucker punch.
Yeah. Someone he just went.
Well, that's the thing, man. I mean, LA and San Diego.
San Diego.
Well, no, I'm just telling y'all that from the American gridiron football, as you might call it, It's San Diego and LA and Oakland and LA, whatever. But the Raiders, when they were in LA, definitely did not like the Charger fans. And one time, I think like in the early 90s, a Charger fan got stabbed in a bathroom at an LA Raiders game. And so, yeah, I mean, they got some beef.
Sounds like it, man.
I live in California, like, what are they pissed about? The weather's perfect.
No, it's not.
Get out.
Hey, it's a desert. And if you want to live in a desert, and the only way you can see any green, it's the water, whatever, to get green. No. Weather perfect, my ass, Matt Chantry.
I'd agree.
I went to San Francisco recently. The weather was quite nice.
I thought it was legal.
San Francisco's different. That's NoCal, and we're talking about SoCal.
Oh, okay.
Number 16 for Pep, JT.
Number 16 as it were. Mr. North Carolina German 81. Anyone have any good April Fools today that did anything that was worth it? Because I brought that up because old Esteban at the very beginning before we came on was trying to be funny. What did he say? Where's this shit?
He's moving to Charlotte.
Breaking news. I'll be moving to Charlotte and become a season ticket holder. Who wants to be a good host and help me? Man, that's some weak ass April Fool's bullshit, Esteban. Just throwing that out there right now.
Yeah.
Did anyone else try to do? Did y'all hear anything good about April Fool's?
There was a thing about Messi's bodyguard being banned from the side of the pitch, but I still don't know whether that was real or an April Fool's. I'm getting mixed messages on it, so I don't know. It might be an April Fool's.
Well, I feel like it because I feel like I read that yesterday or Sunday, right? I think that's a real statement, actually.
Oh.
You know, because and they were saying, and he came back and was like, since I've been here, like Messi's had like, I don't know, 12 people run onto the pitch or whatever, right? And so we expect.
Yeah, but like 11 of them have been on 12-year-olds.
Yeah, well, I mean, the point is, right?
The 12-year-old can't squeeze a trigger in. Well, no, I'm gonna back off that one. I'm gonna back off that one. Whoa,
Joe out there, man.
No, let me just slow that one down. All right.
I've got a feeling that one's actually a true statement. But no, in regards to April Fools, no, nothing really. I mean, same as everything.
But that's somewhat a good one. I mean, that's like not too crazy. But if it's an April Fool's that you can believe, and sometimes they're real, whatever. So yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I believe it's to be real. Yeah, Mint City Matthew even said ESPN reported. So yeah, I feel like I read that yesterday. So before midnight, if that matters.
Everyone's too aware of April Fools at this. Did
you hear that Charlotte's getting a soccer-specific stadium?
Yeah, there you go. Hey, see, there you go, Lee.
No, I saw that from Top Bin. I woke up this morning and I was checking my messages and I saw his post and I was like, "Holy shit! Finally gonna happen."
It was smart of him to post
there you
it.
Go. See, there you go.
Yeah,
that's why they're doing what they're doing. And we're some.
April Fools, I just stay at home.
It was smart to post it like at midnight because although it was technically April 1st at that point, you didn't really like have your like head in that mindset. So like when I woke up this morning, I was like, everyone's gonna do me with April Fools. Like I expected them, but like if I'm going to bed and like seeing it then like from 12 to 1, I'm not expecting it. Maybe.
That's right. Yeah. That's it.
Wow, number 16 was a good call.
Yeah. No. So score predictions for next week or this weekend, man. What do we think? Do you think Charlotte pulls it off? We get a nasty draw, or do we leave with that tail between their legs? 2-1. We don't have a clean sheet. A clean sheet. 2-1.
2-1 who?
To Charlotte.
For Charlotte.
And who scores?
Pat and Wilf.
Wilfred. It took me for a second. It's like, is that really, do people call him Wilf?
Yeah.
Like, do you think his family calls him Wilf?
Yeah,
probably not.
Short for Wilfred?
No, his family probably calls him Dad and all that, right?
Wilf kind of sounds like a nerdy name though, and he's like the opposite of that. Like he's like the other end of the scale from a nerdy dude.
What is his friends? Say again?
Dino calls him Wilf.
Yeah, well, so his friends from like high school and stuff, I gotta call him Wilf.
Yeah, I mean, I would call him Wilf.
Dude, I would name my next son Wilf. That's an awesome name.
All right, you heard it here first. JT's having another kid, and he's going to name him Wilf. So now he's going to have.
Oh shit! I just froze for a second. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My brain. I was like, kidding around earlier about stuff we can't. No, sir. No,
JT,
sir.
what do you think the score is going to be?
2-1.
2-1.
Yeah, us.
I think it's going to be a draw, man. I think it's going to be like a 2-2, 1-1 us, maybe.
I just
pessimistic. The Spurs
listen,
coming out.
I'm just trying to be real.
I keep on thinking about. I'm like, oh, Nashville game, and the brides, the bridesmaids parties, and whatever they do in Nashville. And we, for whatever reason, obviously they're close to us for the most part, but we have a good fan base coming out from Nashville, a good party scene. And then I remembered the game starts at 2:30.
More time to go out drinking afterwards.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I'm not worried about me, Chantry. I'm talking about the ladies coming around having a party, dressed with their little whatever around. Oh, you're still there. And that shit ain't gonna be happening at 5 p.m., man. It's gotta be like
what ladies have you been talking to on Broadway? They were like that in Nashville. You're speaking to the wrong ladies.
Summer, man.
It was on Backpage or something. Yes. People want to know what we think about the third kit. Matt, what do you think of it?
The leak?
As in, is there going to be one, or what do we think it's going to be like? Or
having
one in general.
Be one, right? The leak, I guess, is what do you like it? Are you for it, against it? Is it just another $150 we're gonna have to spend?
Oh, I'm for it because I like the fact that you can usually be a bit more fun with a special kit like that. I'll see what it looks like when it comes out and decide at that point whether I want to get it or not. I did hear the rumor that they were going to have the numbers on the front.
On the front,
which was a weird one. I had no idea.
Hey,
how
progress.
And on the shorts, the number will be on the back.
On their ass.
Yeah. So tell him, Matt, we've already seen it. Matt's already seen it.
I have not seen it, but I have heard what it's going to look like, and Sean is.
Yeah, spot on.
That's what I've heard through various people. Like I don't know that for sure, but that's what I've heard as well.
Yeah. Go ahead, JT.
Oh, hold on. When you say the third kit, we have our first kit ever, right? The blue, home blue, right? That's when we say kits. Because for regular fans who learn this stuff,
this season only.
Yeah, third kit for this year. So Explore, Fortress, and then whatever the third kit is.
All right. So you're telling me during the season they're going to release another kit?
I mean, it's no different.
That's normal. They'll use it 2 or 3 times, maybe.
You have to sell so many of the previous years. There's a threshold you got to hit to be able to get the third kit. But with that being said, I mean, it's not like every year they don't do some sort of special kit anyways, right?
You are blowing my mind right now. Hold on, you're telling me
dial it back
that there's a certain amount, a threshold of selling the Carolina Sea to Shore kit from last year, and once they hit
it's like
that,
3 years combined or something,
or selling the so all these different kits, they hit it like I don't know, 400,000 threshold, and it's like, all right, you get a new kit. Adidas and whatever they're called that sells everything, they're like, hey, let's do it. It really is based on how many you sell.
It's an MLS Adidas thing. It's not like the Premier League teams don't have anything like that. Like they might have a third kit, but it's not based on sales. It's based on if the team just wants to have one.
Man, the MLS is crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
some weird shit, man.
Machine. It's a big oil machine, man, and all it does is keep taking people's credit card numbers.
Hey, I tell you what, and that's why I try when people get. I'm sorry, Matt, for interrupting, but when people get all upset about stuff and everything, it's like y'all do realize this is the entertainment business. It might be sport and competition, But this is all about getting eyes and making money.
Well, if that was the case, they wouldn't put the games behind the paywall.
Fair.
I think that was a dumb mistake. And I really hate, since we're going to bitch real quick about Apple and the paywall.
If not now, when?
Why is there not a pregame show before your game? Right? Why have I got to sit there and just look at the screen and saying, like, add to watch list? Why can't they have, all the games come in together?
Well,
and
they've already got people in the studio. Just keep talking and like overlay it on that channel for.
Yeah, why not?
But then it's delayed. I got one word for it. I'm gonna be real quick about this. Bullshit.
There we go. Yeah. No, I do. I just hate it that there's no like pregame show, that sort of thing. So.
Or let home teams do their own one if they want to. Like let them like make the call if they want to do that or not.
Yeah, but I don't mean to be whatever. It's still a show. It's all about a show. It's all about how they.
Yeah.
2-1. You never asked me who's going to score, Lee. I'm sorry to get aggressive.
Who's going to score?
Bronico twice.
Yes. Bronico twice. Yeah.
And then they announced he's having twins.
Yeah. Right, triplets.
Dude, that would be a real late twin, bro.
And I swear, if Bronico scores twice, I hope he scores twice, right? But if he scores twice,
Lee, actually, though, all bullshit aside, all reality. I'm one of my favorite words, flabbergasted. I totally didn't know about the 2:30 start, and I do like being able to get out in downtown at 5:30 or 4 or whatever. That's kind of cool and fun, and it's going to be a weird hot day, but nonetheless. What are we doing after the game? What's the scene? What are we doing? Where are we going?
Coming back up to the lake and dropping off my car.
Matt, what you doing? What are we doing after the game?
So I didn't mention this earlier. I'm not at the game this weekend, funny enough.
You're not going to
my Ron's got his first scouts.
No,
he's ever done, so I'm
done.
taking him on that, which is an important thing to do. So that'll be fun for me, and I'll probably be on some like huge hike, and I'll get back to the campsite and take a look at the score, and hopefully we've won the game.
Yeah. But no, that's it, man. I mean, 2:30 is hot. It's gonna be 89 degrees out, man. Jeez. But anyways, anything else?
Hold on. Let me look through we already got into numbers. Let me just see if I got anything. Privet is a badass, and he's the keystone to everything. Zafad, Pep, Bronica. Oh, here it is. I just want to say this because I have my dear, dear mother here at my house tonight, and she hasn't been here to Charlotte in a long, long time, 7 years, and I'm so glad she's here. And I told her she can watch this on the TV later on. So if she does watch it on TV later on. Earlier, we're about to come on. She says, please be sweet on the radio.
Oh, just subscribes and hit the like button for us.
Hey, so from Mama D, I think I was pretty sweet on the radio tonight.
So. I think I did enough swearing for the both of us, so I apologize to your mother for my language.
Oh, no. She doesn't fucking care.
Oh, God, wallops. Anyways, so with that being said.
Although she will.
Matt, if anybody wanted to follow the real Matt Chantry, how can they find you, man?
At Matt Chantry, Instagram, Twitter, anywhere else you decide to follow.
Yeah. JT, you want to throw our ats up there, and if you're new to the show, hit the sub button, hit the like button, and follow us at CLTFC Fan TV on all the socials.
Yes, I think I can do that. CLTFC Fan TV at before hash over under left over right under Insta in your face. No disgrace.
Fans.
For the fans, by the fans. Damn it. Check us out at